welcome to Clay Play. My name is Emily, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make a moon hanger. Okay, to get started you just need a few things from your Clay Play kit. You'll just need about 250 grams of clay, your little steel kidney and needle tool. And then in addition to that, a rolling pin, some pencils as a guides, and something to make the little indentations in the moon. So I've just got one of these tools here that has a little rounded edge, so anything round, and then obviously something to circle, a template to cut. If you don't have cookie cutters, I will have a link to some round circles that you can use, and then just a touch of water to roll out our clay into a nice rectangle piece, rolling away from you and turning your clay as you go. Some pencils as guidelines, just so you get the same consistency throughout your slab. So just check that you would be able to get in at least 3. And then from there you want to take that kidney and just compress the clay. This project you can use with both air dry and with a stoneware clay. If you are going to fire your piece, is that obviously the thickness of your clay is consistent, and no thicker than 1 centimetre, and also that you compress the clay down as well. So just what we're doing here, you'll see I've created a few lines. That's okay, we can clean that up afterwards. Then taking your cookie cutter, you want to cut out your 3 circles. Then from here we are going to take our needle tool and cut out a half moon and 2 crescent moons. Now it's time to go in with a rounded tool and add some texture to our moons. From here, just taking a little bit of water and just smoothing out those edges. Then from here we just want to let them dry before we come back in and punch some holes in along the way to tie up our moons. But as clay dries, it does, especially flat pieces, they do tend to warp, so you might want to put something down on top of them just to keep them nice and flat. So what I would suggest is finding some little bags and just filling them with rice, and then just gently placing them on top. And then once our pieces are quite firm, considered leather hard, we're going to go through and punch some holes into our piece so we can hang these later. If you're using air dry, just make the size that just slightly bigger than you need. If you are using clay that you are going to fire, then you want to make sure they're considerably bigger, as it's going to shrink. So there's a number of tools that you can use. Just a trusty old straw is great. A metal straw is even better, but a plastic one will be fine. Then finally, just taking a sponge, a wet sponge, we're just going to clean up the edges. Now we're just going to leave our pieces to dry a little bit longer, and while they're drying I'm just going to add the rice on top once again, just so that they don't warp and they stay nice and flat. So now that our moons have dried and I have cleaned them up, they are ready for decorating. I'm just going to decorate these with some coffee. So I've got some percolated coffee here with the coffee grinds as well, and I'm just going to apply multiple layers over my moons, and that will just give me a little bit of texture as well. Our moons aren't sealed, it will absorb the water from the coffee, so you'll just need to allow it to dry in between coats. Then apply as many coats as you like to get that your desired look, and then seal with the acrylic sealer. Now that our pieces have been sealed and dried, and then our pieces here have been glazed and fired, we're ready to string them up. So using any string that you've got, here I've just got a little bit of raffia straw that I'm just going to thread through. And now I'm just going to add in a knot so that I've got a loop to hang our moons on later. I'm just going to add a few more pieces just to make a bit more of a tassel down here. So you can either wrap back up and back down and tie off. Then just taking some scissors and cutting those ends. There we go, 2 moon hangers.